Today we're going to be working with tea as our main ingredient. I'm going to be showing you 5 iced tea recipes that are pretty simple to make, but they do require a little bit of attention when it comes to the quality of the tea and the temperature of the water to get the proper cup of tea. We're going to start with an Asian pear and mint iced tea on a white and green tea base. We're going to move on to a blood orange on a Pu-erh base. Then we're going to do a Mandarin and blueberry iced tea on a Nepalese green tea base. We're going to move on after to a pineapple and blackberry iced tea on a jasmine tea base, and we're going to finish it with a Thai float. Now, technically the last one is not an iced tea, but I still recommend you to try it. It's a really good recipe. For demonstration purposes, I'm only going to be making 1 cup, but in the recipes down below, I'm going to be adjusting the yields for you to make higher amounts if you want to. With all that being said, let's get into it. Our first tea of the day is going to be an Asian pear with mint on a white and green tea base. We're going to start by peeling and chopping the Asian pears, place them on a blender or a food processor, blend until smooth, and strain to separate the pulp. Heat up the water to 87 degrees or 190 Fahrenheit. Place 2 tablespoons of loose tea leaves or 4 tea bags on a teapot. Add the water and steep the tea for 4 minutes. Then put it on the fridge. Add the pear puree on a pitcher or a glass and muddle the mint leaves with the puree. We are using a simple syrup as our sweetener. To make a simple syrup, combine 1 cup of water with 1 cup of sugar on a small saucepan at medium heat and stir until it dissolves. Combine everything together on a pitcher or a glass and adjust the sweetness to your liking. Our second recipe of the day is a blood orange iced tea on a Pu-erh tea base. Let's begin by making the tea. Put 2 tablespoons of loose tea leaves or 4 tea bags on a steeper. Add boiling water and steep for 4 minutes. Set aside on the fridge. We're gonna get the juice from 2 blood oranges to make the blood orange simple syrup by combining them with 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, a small saucepan, and let everything dissolve. Then we chill for 10 minutes. Combine everything together on a pitcher, the tea, the orange syrup, and ice. I would recommend you to add the simple syrup in small amounts until it reaches your desired amount of sweetness. Our next tea on the list is a Mandarin and blueberry on a Nepalese green tea base. To make the blueberry syrup, we're going to combine the blueberries, water, and sugar on a small saucepan at medium heat and allow to simmer for 8 to 10 minutes or up until the blueberries start to burst. Let it rest for 10 minutes and strain. Peel the mandarins and juice them with a splash of water, strain to remove the pulp and put it on the fridge. Combine the tea, ice, and mandarin juice on a pitcher and add the simple syrup little by little until it reaches your desired sweetness. Next recipe is going to be a pineapple and blackberry iced tea on a jasmine tea base. Combine 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, and the blackberries on a small saucepan at medium heat. Let simmer for 10 minutes. Let it rest for 10 more minutes and then strain. We're gonna start by steeping the jasmine tea for 8 minutes with freshly boiled water. Peel and chop the pineapple, blend it with a dash of water and pass through a fine mesh strainer. Combine everything together on a pitcher, tea, pineapple juice, blackberry syrup and ice, and serve. Our last recipe for today is going to be a Thai iced float. We're going to start by combining the tea, vanilla, star anise, cardamom, cinnamon, and turmeric on a small saucepan and simmer for 3 to 5 minutes. To assemble, place the tea on a glass and add 2 scoops of ice cream. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's recipes. A couple of things that we can mention before we leave. When it comes to the float, I would recommend you to add 1/4 cup of soda water if you want to have the effect of the ice cream floating on top of the tea. The last thing that I want to mention here is the amount of syrup that you want to be putting is completely to your liking. We are working with double brew tea here, so it's much more stronger. There's a very dominant flavor in here, so you want to add the amount of sweetness according to your liking to balance the 2 flavors of the fruit and the tea. Aside from that, I think all the recipes were pretty simple to make, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please remember to leave a like if you enjoyed or learned something today, and also let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.